What's up, everybody? Welcome in today. We're going to be taking a look at a Masterverse New Eternia Whiplash. He does claim to have 30 points of articulation. As we look at the front of the box, you can see Whiplash in there. It looks like he's got some new armor for New Eternia. It looks like his tail is going to be a separate piece on the side that clips in. He does come with some extra hands. It looks like we've got a weapon, a torch, and maybe a battle axe over there. That's all I can see so far from the outside of the package. On this side of the box, we've got the really cool picture of Whiplash, followed by an even cooler picture on the back here, and I will try to zoom in on this blurb so you can see that as good as possible. Read that if you want to. It says, Whiplash, tail-thrashing warrior. The chaotic cataclysm that shattered New Eternia ripped open a portal to a terrifying dimension known as the Demon Zone, home of the powerful reptilian race, the Caligar, and their leader Whiplash. The merciless brute conquers New Eternia island by island as he crushes all who stand in his way with the savage power of his thick-hided tail. So cool little bio. And down here in the bottom, it looks like we've got Merman, Grizzlord, Buzzoff, and Faker. All of those guys have already been reviewed on the channel, so if you go into the Motu playlist, you'll find the videos for them there, if that's something that you want to check out. This side of the box just has your standard Whiplash tail-thrashing warrior. And then we are back up top. So let's go ahead and get him unboxed, pulled out, debanded, and take a closer look.
Alright, he looks like a really big, robust figure. I'm really liking that so far. He's looking huge. We just have the standard, like, cobblestone background.
Alright, so he is a very big, robust character. First thing we need to do, I guess we'll take a look at his accessories, starting with this tail piece. It's just going to plug right into the back. It looks like it does have some sort of bendy wire or something in there that allows it to hold shape, at least a little bit hold shape, so you can kind of pose the tail around different ways. And then it should plug in right there. Oh yeah, not too hard, and then it does have some side-to-side articulation as well, and it will give you another point of contact to help him stand up. He does come with this torch, and there it's like a not on fire torch, and then we can put this fireball on there, and now you have a flaming torch, so that's a pretty cool accessory. Haven't had one like this come with anybody, and I think that that's a really cool thing to add. You can slide that different ways, so the flame's more at the top and you can see more of the cage. I think this is a really cool piece to add. So, awesome little addition. He also comes with the classic spear, bright orange, big giant spear. As you can see, it's about as tall as him. I'd say right around 7 inches tall. So a nice big orange spear. Then he does come with his own version of a single-bladed battle axe, which is also pretty cool. All the same color silver, kind of a darker grayish metallic silver, and I'm liking that a lot. It's really robust. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy at all, so another good accessory. And then he does come with the 2 punching hands in case he's got to just clubber-lang the crap out of somebody. So really excited to have this figure. We're probably going to keep the open hands in his hand. That way we can display him with some weapons or something like that. So pretty cool action figure so far. As far as the articulation with the armor on, he can look to the left, he can look to the right. Looks like his helmet wants to come off a bit when you're doing this, which is good to know that his helmet does actually come off. So there's the helmet off. So we'll look at that like another accessory since we've done the articulation on the head. Really cool little added bit here. I like this helmet. We probably are going to display Whiplash in his more traditional, original, vintage style form, but I wanted to give you a look at all of the armor on him. As far as his arm, really stiff, but it can go all the way out. They can rotate all the way around. There is a ball joint, and then we also have a pin or joint here at the bicep to give a swivel. He does have double jointed elbows right here. As we come down to the wrist, it will spin 360 degrees, and you can flex it on this pivot point right here, in and out, forward, back, however you want to phrase that. His diaphragm cut is right here in the middle. So it looks good. Scaling with his armor, he can do a really good crunch down. As you can see, he can hunch over really well. His tail's going to stop him from going back too far. It starts hitting him in the back there, so that's about as far backwards as he can go. And then he can do a pretty good party boy from side to side. He does have a fully articulated wrist. It can spin all the way around. And then this is an extra belt piece. It is just put on over top of his traditional Eternia loincloth. As we come down to the legs, he does have a thigh cut, so you can rotate the thigh all the way around, as well as a double jointed knee. So he gets maximum bend and mobility in his knee there. As we come down to his massive boot, you'll see that he has a boot cut there at the top that allows you to rotate the boot back and forth, as well as the ankle has a rocker and you can bend it up as well as down. So he's a fully articulated, fully awesome figure. A really big guy. I like the big figures. We'll pull in a couple other guys and do some comparisons with him here in just a second. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pull this armor off of him so we can get a look at his basic look. Sorry, didn't even finish that thought. Get a look at his basic look, the way that I'm more than likely going to display him. We're going to take this off. We're going to come back here, and it looks like this should come off pretty easy as well. Going to have to pull the head off, and that'll allow us to remove that. Oh yeah, see, that's my Whiplash right there. That is how I'm going to be displaying him without the armor in his most basic form. Definitely a cool looking figure. His tail's helping him stand up. The only downside to this guy would be is if you're putting him on a shelf or somewhere in a diorama, you're going to need extra room behind him to accommodate for this tail. You may be able to just pull the tail off if he's going to be in the back of one of your dioramas or something, but the tail adds something cool extra onto him. I mean, it looks good. So probably going to need to figure out a way to pose this guy up so that he will still work in all of the rest of your dioramas and not take up as much space. So here maybe you could have someone, on either side of the tail. It just depends how you choose to bend the tail up. I'm going to go ahead and get some of his accessories in his hands, maybe some weapons or something, and we'll pull up another character to compare with him. Alright, so there he is with his flaming torch and his classic spear in his hand. Again, looking really cool. I really like this accessory. It can be used with many different things, many different figures. I mean, how many different times could you use a torch in a diorama or something just to display? I feel like that was just an awesome thing to add. It goes really well. And I'm really liking this character so far. So we're going to bring in a couple other Masterverse characters just to kind of compare the size. So first of all, we've got old Clawful here, who we did the video review not too long ago on the channel, so you can go back and take a look at that if you want to. But as you can see, even with the permanently kind of bent knees that we have on Whiplash, he's still taller than Clawful, and he's still way more robust. His arms, his legs, everything is just much bigger. His feet are way bigger. He's got his own design of feet, so really cool figure here. Everything is sculpted for him. Now, to take a look kind of at what he would look like with just your classic He-Man, there he is with He-Man. I guess we can spin his head around a little bit. So you can see that he is definitely bigger than He-Man. He-Man and Clawful are right around the same size. So he is a much bigger, robust figure than He-Man as well. And pull He-Man out. I guess we can leave He-Man. Now let's pull He-Man out. Real quick, like we will throw in a female character. This is a Masterverse Evil Lyn. So as you can see, he's definitely bigger than her. If we pull her over here next to Clawful, you can tell he's even bigger than she is. So very big, very robust figure in Whiplash here. Now the only one that might compare with him, good old Too Bad here. So yeah, Whiplash is the same size and scale basically as Too Bad. Too Bad is actually a little bit taller than Whiplash is, but as far as the thickness of the legs, the size of the biceps, arms, and things like that, the buck for Too Bad is way closer to the buck that we get on Whiplash. You can fully straighten Too Bad's knees out, so he can stand all the way up, and that is going to make him taller as well. But here they are. This is kind of just a nice comparison of the different figures. So you can take a look at the scale where, like I said, He-Man and Clawful are going to be around the same size. Then we have the female figure definitely being smaller. And then these two right here, Too Bad and Whiplash, kind of sharing a similar body style with some differences being the permanently bent knees. I guess they do articulate. They are double jointed knees, but they do have kind of a bend to them the same way that we saw in Beastman. So what do you guys think of this set here? I feel like these guys are pretty cool. This is just who I had on hand to kind of pull out because we have recently done the upload videos or unboxing videos on these other guys here. So that's why I kind of had them right at hand to do the comparison. The custom Evil Lyn over here, she's pretty cool. We did some different stuff with her, or I did some different stuff with her. I guess I didn't really have any help with that. So we kind of did a little Evil Lyn custom here to make her different than what you'll get normally. So if you check out the Evil Lyn video, it's going to be the unboxing of her in her normal form. Maybe eventually I'll get a video of how I customized her, put up on the channel, and what parts and stuff I used to get that completed. I'm going to go ahead and pull everybody else out of the frame, and then we'll go over our final thoughts on Whiplash. Alright, so as far as Whiplash goes, I feel like he's going to be probably my second favorite monster creature villain. I always love Trapjaw. He's always going to be my favorite villain, and we aren't even counting Skeletor in this because he's like the villain leader, but Trapjaw is always going to be my number one. I feel like the Too Bad figure is moved its way into the number 2 slot just after that unboxing video. A lot of cool stuff with that Too Bad figure. I'm really excited for the cartoon collection Too Bad that is about to come out hopefully pretty soon. But this Whiplash hits all the marks for me. In my opinion, this Whiplash is the best version of Whiplash that we've gotten so far. I think it's better than the 200X. I feel like it's better than the classics. And I know that's saying a lot, but I like this Whiplash. There are very few instances where I believe the Masterverse is better than the classics, better than the other versions technically that are out. So I feel like this is one of them. And with the extra accessories you get with him, the belt, the helmet, like you could just throw this little orc looking helmet on him if you wanted to. Really cool figure in different ways to set him up. So I'm excited to have him, happy to have him part of the monster diorama. These kind of monster creatures are my favorites from Motu. I always kind of liked the villains a little better just because they had the more awesome figures on their side. So Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tell someone you love them. Hit that thumbs up button on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on. It helps get the video out in the algorithm. And out of the number of people who watch the videos and are subscribed to the channel, a lot more of you are not subscribed than are subscribed. So it's totally free. Just hit that subscribe button. Let's get in the algorithm. Let's get in the rotation so I can see more of your comments and you can see more of my videos. Everybody have a blessed day. I'll see you next time.